some wellness information again today. So, we talk about how wellness is holistic and how easy it is to get one little area off. But we don't often enough talk about the things that might make it just a little bit better. The tools we can use to be a little happier, a little healthier, a little better. Last night I saw this article, just like random scroll article. It was on, let me look at my notes here, Medical News Today. It was written by Honor Whiteman. And he was talking about this research in Finland where they had participants doing the PET or PET brain scans. And they had them do it 2 times. The first time, they had them spend 30 minutes alone in a room, just kind of chilling out, and did the scan. The second time, they had the same participants go in a room and watch 30 minutes worth of like funny video clips of their friends and family, people that they knew. Close friends, close family, like people they already got the feels for. So the social laughter condition increased the endorphin release in the thalamus part of your brain, the caudate nucleus, and anterior insular regions of the brain. Sorry for the science, but I love the science, can't help it. Those are all areas of the brain that play roles in arousal and emotional awareness. So those are areas we like to activate, obviously. They also were able to uncover in this study that the participants who had the most opioid receptors in their brains, because they could see them while doing the PET scan, the ones with the opioid receptors, like more of them, were more likely to laugh at those friends' clips. So as they started noticing some have more opioid receptors than others, they were able to notice that those were also the people more likely to laugh. So that's a genetic thing. You can't go in and change it and up your receptors, but you can find ways to bring more laughter into your life, into your days, things like that. There is a little bit more science that I want to run through real quick just before I talk about some of the other factors here. So we know that laughter releases the feel goods, goes right to the brain regions responsible for arousal and emotion. It releases endorphins. We know that endorphins are the peptides that interact with those opioid receptors in the brain to help relieve pain and to trigger feelings of pressure, of pleasure. Both those are important. Hi guys, happy birthday, awesome. I am talking about the health benefits of laughter. Wellness is big for me, so laughter is much needed. A lot of people had some crazy holidays. Mine was pretty calm and chill actually, but a lot of people had some crazy holidays, so they need a little laughter. But also just going into the new year, that's something that needs to be scheduled right on into your stuff so that you can have a really good new year and just, have a happier life overall. So, let me see. Like we said, the more opioid receptors people have in their brain, they are better at processing emotions, more likely to laugh, and definitely more likely to be more social and laugh more socially. I am in the US. Yes, you can definitely get a shout out. It is, I don't know, Fernanzoa. It is your cat's birthday. Okay, whatever. We have a special cat here right now. One of my kids has one of those like naked Sphinx cats. He's a little creepy, but he's so sweet. He has a dog personality. It's really weird. Like he acts like a dog, but he's definitely a cat. He's hairless, so no hair to sneeze at, which is nice, but he's adorable. Okay, so laughter and the importance of laughter. The endorphins released by laughing are a pathway that supports the formation, reinforcement, and maintenance of the social bonds between people. So if part of your next year's changes is going to be adding friends, things like that, definitely want to go in there and get some laughter in with those people because it helps bond you to them. This can also be great for trauma incidences, and this is not really one that comes up very often. I do a lot of study, a lot of reading on trauma. When someone loses a spouse or something like that, they're sad, and people come through with all kinds of advice like don't do this, don't look at pictures, all of those things. But it's also important to really get in there and find some good. And one of the ways we can find good when there doesn't seem to be good is with laughter. So, I mean, you can Google dad jokes if you want. Like, they don't make me laugh. They might make me like smirk, but those really good belly laughs are what we're really talking about. There's so many benefits of a belly laugh, especially if you've lost someone, like you've lost a parent recently, or there's something about the holidays that is just making you sad. If you go through a breakup, they'll say, like, go to the gym, which definitely, yes, go to the gym. But in addition to going to the gym, you need those belly laughs. You need those good emotions, good hormones flowing through. One of the biggest benefits of those emotions going through is that they shut down your cortisol, your stress hormone, the one that leads to high stress, all kinds of, hypertension, high blood pressure, heart problems, all things we do not want, and also put you in hormonal imbalances, which you definitely do not want. You don't want hormonal belly weight. You don't want any of the issues that come with cortisol. Man, woman, any age, you don't want cortisol issues. So, one way to combat those is with laughter. Win win. So, endorphin release of laughter is going to make you feel calm and safe and give you feelings of togetherness. So, again, no matter what those terrible things are that you might be experiencing, you can certainly use laughter to help you out there. You can inject that to give yourself the feeling of safety that you're wanting or the feeling of togetherness that you're wanting. Yes, I am also a life coach. I have a psychology degree, but I'm also focusing on life coaching right now, just because I think initially I was in school for counseling, and counseling focuses on backward motion. So going through and really like deep diving traumas, which it can be very helpful, but it can also take years to really see progress or really improve your life. You're just going backwards. And sometimes backwards is not the place that you want to be. It almost keeps you stuck in those rotations you're not trying to stay in. But with coaching, the difference is that it is forward motion. We're going from here to your tomorrow, from here to your next step, versus just focusing on the backward. And a lot of times people can see success very quickly. So that is what drew me into life coaching, was just the forward motion. I love forward motion instead of stuck motion. I've spent a whole lot of money on therapy and things like that, and there has been progress, but I do think you can kind of get more progress much more quickly if you work with people that know how to get you that progress. You still do have to process old emotions, but you do not have to deep dive them. You do not have to spend 6 months doing something that you can do, potentially in 6 weeks. So, love that. Hello, I see my girl Natasha on here. So, hello, welcome, welcome. There are too many comments for me to read right now. So, I am going to go over another quick article that I saw last night. It was from the Neuro Leadership Institute, and it was just talking through those same specifics on how laughing swaps the cortisol or the stress hormone into our bloodstream with the good chemicals that we actually want. So, we want to feel the dopamine, the oxytocin, the endorphins. Laughter might really be the best medicine. Like, that's an old quote. You've probably heard that for years, but the studies are coming through saying that yes, laughter really is good medicine. And it's giving us the why. It's not just saying, like, yeah, laugh, but it's giving us the why. It's the bonding chemical, all of that. It triggers the pleasure. Yes, we know that. We see that. But it also lets you endure pain better. That might be life pain, okay, but it might also be physical pain. If you're going in for an uncomfortable procedure, or you broke your arm, or have some sort of pain or painful procedure that you're about to do, you can actually make yourself feel 15% less pain by laughing beforehand. If you're watching, like your favorite comedy skit, or sitting there just yucking it up with your friend on the phone on FaceTime, you're gonna feel 15% less pain automatically. A lot of people are scared of opioids and don't wanna, they want to take as little painkillers as possible. Like, I don't love the dentist. I have issues with the sound of the drill. It just gives me anxiety. It puts me like up here on 10 every single time. I know I have to go to the dentist. I know I have to do the things, but you can actually go through and reduce your stress level by 15% by laughing ahead of time. Like, who knew? Instead of, just getting stuck by different things or having to take, Tylenol, whatever that might be, to just numb yourself just a little bit to get through a procedure, you can laugh. That's amazing. And it's free. Laughter is free. You can get laughter at 1 a.m. when you wake up sad. You can get laughter in the morning before work, before an important presentation, board meeting, whatever that looks like. You can seriously get laughter at any time, and it's free. Medication, it has its limits. It may be every 4 hours, 6 hours, whatever that looks like. Or it may be crazy expensive where you can't even afford it. Laughter is free. So it really is good medicine. You can't argue that. So in addition, it also helps our immune systems. I mean, everyone wants that, especially this time of year when colds are floating around on every surface that we touch. Stress relief, we've heard that before too. Cardiovascular health and lung health, because when you laugh, like good gut belly laugh, like hard laugh, not just a chuckle, but when you laugh for real, it forces the air out of your lungs. That's why you sometimes run out of breath. So it's forcing the old stale stank air out of your lungs, and then it is getting the new fresh air in. So it's honestly good for your lungs as well. It improves your sense of safety. Anyone who is in survival mode or just kind of stuck in a place of sadness, like a lot of people who may be in a nursing home or in a facility where it's just not a lot of fun, or even a job that's not a lot of fun. Injecting some laughter is huge. Yes, you're right. Exercise is definitely good. I'm not saying laughter over exercise. I'm just saying laughter and exercise, just to be clear. Yes, exercise obviously has that same list of benefits as well. But you don't always want to wake up at 2 a.m. and, do some push-ups, something like that. It might be better to wake up, laugh, and go back to sleep. I'm not going to be able to work out, get all sweaty, and go right back to sleep, but I might be able to wake up from a bad dream, laugh about something, watch a silly cartoon, something like that, and still go back to sleep. So it also helps improve your mood. So if you're struggling with your mood, adding more laughter into your day every day is huge. Laughter can calm you out of that fight or flight that everyone talks about. It can lower your heart rate and your blood pressure fairly quickly. So relaxing the tightness in your muscles, clearing out the funk, kind of gives you clear thought. So if you have something that has got you super tensed up and upset, that is a great time to take your pause, but with your pause, to laugh. So instead of just taking a pause before responding, clearing out that energy and that tightness so that you respond better. You think more clearly, you're going to have a better response to whatever that situation might be. Even if it's something you don't have a lot of control over. If you're stuck in crazy traffic and people are just super annoying you, if it's somewhere you can't necessarily just get off the road, something like that, you can quickly put on a funny video, something to laugh at, and ease your mind and ease your body very, very quickly. So how to laugh more. I'm not big on the dad jokes, but there are definitely lots of things. There are so many funny videos of little sassy toddlers, or dogs jumping into lakes, or the cats that are walking around knocking random stuff off shelves for no reason. There's so many things you can look up, whether TikTok, YouTube, Google, whatever. There are so many places that you can look up funnies. There's funny content available for you pretty much wherever, even if you're at work. If it's getting a little tense, a little stressful, if you've got a good joke, great. If not, that might be time for a little quick break. 10-minute break, walk around, watch something funny, whatever. It's very easy to implement some more laughter into your day. You can also talk to someone who just lights you up and makes you laugh. If you've got that bestie, even a parent, friend, kid, whatever, if you've got someone that you're going to talk to and laugh, that is when you call those people. Get your mood right, get yourself back centered, get your mood together. It's so easy. In addition to Mr. Go to the gym, it does also burn a few calories to laugh regularly. It's anywhere between 10 and 40, so it's not a lot, but still, think if you did get an extra 40 calorie burn every day from laughing, you get all these other benefits too, but you also got to laugh. You got benefits and burn some extra calories. So win-win for sure. It does help your skin and your face as well. I love self-care. A lot of people are big on self-care and especially skincare. Skincare is huge right now, especially for the younger generations. Like they are focusing a lot more on how their skin looks without makeup than how their skin looks in makeup. So it does help your skin too because laughing activates 43 different face muscles. It keeps them doing good, it keeps them glowing, and people, of course, are attracted to people who are smiling and laughing and having a good time in their lives. So there is a benefit in that space as well. The Bible, of course, like everything, has something to say on the topic. So I do feel like that's a space we might as well mention as well. There are actually a ton of verses. I just Googled laughter in the Bible just to see what came up because sometimes there will be hundreds of things. Sometimes there will be, I don't know, 3 things. So this actually had a ton of stuff there. In Proverbs 31:25 says she is clothed with strength and dignity and she laughs without fear of the future. That is a good verse for people who struggle with anxiety or fear of future, obviously. But laughing and feeling comfortable is great for sure. So Ecclesiastes 3:4, a time to cry and a time to laugh. This one, I feel like sometimes those can mingle together because sometimes some of the saddest moments, like after a funeral, for example, everyone has been crying, like everyone is sad for good reason. There's grief there, but it's okay to have those laughs too, especially if you're remembering the person who just passed. Like, oh man, I remember, this food they liked, or this drink, or this joke, this show. Remembering good stuff, even in sad situations, is just super wise because there is good too. You don't have to live in moments of sadness. It's totally fine to bring good things there as well. There was another one in Proverbs. It was 17:22. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. And that is so true. If you get too sad, too depressed, and you're not laughing, I mean, it is going to zap your strength. It's not going to have you feeling your best. Your best life is not in the sad moments. It just isn't. Luke 6:21. God blesses you who are hungry now, for you will be satisfied. God blesses you who weep now, for in due time you will laugh. If you're having any other sort of trauma issues, like relationship issues, breakup issues, that's also a really good time to laugh because generally you might feel really alone in those moments. It does give you that feeling of togetherness when you can laugh with someone. In addition, it is just bringing you through that sad time a little faster. It's letting your body relax just a little bit more so that you can get through that sad time more quickly. Oh, hi, Christy. You can get through that sad time, that breakup moment, maybe even a fight. If you're having a fight and maybe taking some separation time, that is a great time to laugh. Do you want to sit there and cry and just get more into the bad feelings? Or do you want to bring yourself out of it? Reset your body, reset those tight muscles, and just be able to relax and laugh. It distracts your mind. It takes the focus off of whatever is going on. There's a ton of viral, like trending content right now about decentering men. A lot of it has a ton of wisdom to it. But I do feel like when you are, or if you are, decentering someone else, you've got to fill that space with something positive. If you're taking your mind off of one guy to put it onto another guy, or you're taking your mind off a guy but just putting it on something else that's maybe not positive for you, you're going to do and feel so much better if you can fill that with good stuff. So if you like to work out, that is a great time to get your butt to that yoga class or the class that makes you feel good, whatever that is. If it's not that makes you feel good, anybody can laugh. Like I said, even if you still have to go to work that day or you just still have to do kind of mundane routine, if I could talk, that'd be awesome. Mundane and routine things, then you can inject some laughter into those moments to make them a little bit better. Just lift you up a little bit. And laughter is contagious. You may make someone else in your office laugh, but it also brings more of it. Sort of like the working out. The more you work out, the more it energizes you and makes you want to work out more. Same with laughter. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. If you start laughing and bringing that into your day, it's going to breed more laughter. If you start joking around and just being a little more chill with your kids or your spouse, whoever is around you, they're going to catch that vibe from you and they're going to mirror that back to you. The more you laugh and smile, the more that you will laugh and smile. The people who are sitting there in complete Eeyore mode, they've probably had that same frown on for quite a while. You don't want to be Eeyore. It's okay to laugh, smile, and enjoy your life. You only get one, so you've got to enjoy it. Let's see. I also read in those articles that it is important, in addition to the laughing that you do naturally, to laugh on purpose, kind of like you would schedule and intentionally meal prep, things like that. Prepare yourself to laugh. You can laugh on purpose in real life too, whether that is making sure that you are injecting things. Like, I love going to comedy shows. Even if I am not having a great day, I'm going to go into a comedy show and I'm going to come out feeling amazing. I'm going to laugh the whole time and feel good. So it's just one of those things where laughing on purpose is okay too. You can't deny it. If you're in an environment like that, you're going to laugh. You're going to get excited and feel good about your life. Even if you, like I said, didn't have a great day. If you're laughing, you're going to have that mood boost, have those positive feelings. And it does really move you past those yucky moments. So if you know you have a week full of moments that are rough, aren't so easy, make sure that you are being intentional about getting in the time to laugh. Watch the funny shows, even if it's older stuff that you've seen. Like, if you love Tom and Jerry, watch Tom and Jerry. Like, just put those things into your schedule as well. Make sure you have some space to just relax and have fun. It's totally okay to schedule and make sure that you're getting enough time for those endorphin release, good moments, happy moments in your day, because you need them. I mean, we've gone through some of the science, all of that, but laughing on purpose is okay. Laughing by nature is okay too. The more laughter you get, the better your life is. Overall, the better you will feel. And it does bond you to other people. So if you are making those new friends, it's great if you can incorporate fun things together. Endorphin releases too. So if you're doing fun things like roller coasters together, that as well. But laughter has the same effect because it's bonding you together. They are associating that really good feeling of laughing with that feeling of you. So when they're thinking about you, they're like, oh yeah, I always have a great time when I'm out with Sammy, because you're laughing together. So it's a great thing to incorporate for new friendships. It's also great if you're trying to rewire or change up a friendship or relationship. So if you're kind of in those muddy waters, maybe not getting along super well, maybe not having a great time, that's a good time to find something that's going to be fun to do. If it's something silly, like I know they have some of the adult, I think it's called like Slick City, like adult, I don't know, slides that you can go down. They look a little crazy, a little fun, but people are cracking up, getting hurt. Like, I know it shouldn't be funny, but it's so funny when people fall and stuff like that. So places like that are good dates compared to, okay, we're already not in a good place, let's go to another dry dinner. No, go somewhere, have some fun, do something that is going to get you laughing and going. Why not? It's going to bond you together in a positive way, and it's going to give you that positive association with that person for sure. So we went through some of the verses, but just the overall, biblically speaking, is God created laughter on purpose to help us to battle against any of those negatives, the stress, anxiety, fear, worry. If you follow Joyce Meyer, she is, I believe she's in her 80s now, and she goes through a lot of different ways to incorporate laughter to get through really hard moments. She's got a ton of content on that, some books, things like that. And her target is generally older people. But I think that's important to think about, because even if you're not an older person, your parents might be, or grandparents, whoever's around you may be. So they need those things. Whether it is maybe some of her books, some of her suggestions, some of her content, sermons, things like that. She definitely interjects some humor in there, which I like. But older people, as we've talked about in some other videos, tend to struggle a little bit more than younger because they are losing a little bit more and maybe having a few less wins. during certain stages of life. They may be losing a lot of friends. They may be losing a spouse. They may have way more health issues than they've ever had before. Or they may retire and not have as much to, work toward or put themselves into that's rewarding for them. So they may be having less rewards than normal and just feel a little more sad than normal. And they may not be talking to as many people throughout the day either, especially if they used to work in, a busy office or a school, and now they're at home by themselves. So if you have people that are older in your life, I always encourage, send them the funny memes, the corny memes, whatever. If there's a funny comedy show, something like that you see that is funny, yes, you need it, but they might need it 10 times more. So don't forget those people. Holidays, otherwise, just don't forget those people in your life because they need it. Joyce Meyer did say that laughter is outward evidence of inward joy and proven to make you feel better. We know that, but I like the one-liner version because she really kind of sums it up well. Outward evidence of inward joy. The joy of the Lord can ease any pain and refresh us. You can't really be petrified and laugh at the same time. You can't really have anxiety and laugh at the same time. Even if you feel helpless, laughter can help clear it. I completely agree with that. So we talked about the cardiovascular health. It increases the blood vessel function by reducing blood pressure, cholesterol, boosting your circulation. It reduces pain, almost like an anesthetic would. It has the same effect from your endorphins, which regulate the pain levels. It is a stress reducer. It combats stress, helps boost our moods, and lighten up a serious situation. It can improve our abs and back muscles, like the deep belly laughs. They work from the front, but they also improve the back. Kind of like when you're doing Pilates, you'll do back work and front work, but those muscles get used and sometimes in different spots than your workouts might get. So it does have some physical benefits there too. Emotional attunement. One of the big things that I did read last night that I thought was interesting is laughter is one of those items, same with the smile, but laughter is an item that bonds even with the language barrier. So even if you're not speaking the same language, you can go through, something funny, whether it's like the kids falling or the cats, whatever. If you guys are watching those same videos, even in different languages, you're still getting that laughter together. You guys might find the same things funny and still be able to have a bond. So I have seen, it was actually on an airplane a couple of years ago, one of my kids was talking to someone who did not speak our language whatsoever. They spoke Dutch, they did not know what they were saying, but they were looking at this little video on my son's phone and they were both just cracking up. I think it was something on TikTok, I don't remember now, but it was funny that yes, they still had that bond, connection, smile, and they certainly were not speaking the same thing. They could not understand each other's words, but they were still exchanging energy, still bonding, still laughing. So I do think that's really a good form of proof that, hey, even if you don't have a language connection, laughter is universal. Everybody needs it. Everybody can understand it, and you can laugh together. Let's see. Laughter also improves your moods, self-worth, makes us more optimistic and more resilient to tough times. So that's all the notes. I know some of you have been here for a little while and gotten a whole lot of science, a whole lot of notes, just a lot of stuff, but it was just something that was on my mind last night, and that led me to read a couple of those articles on laughter because, like I said, there's so much stuff out there that people are struggling with. And a lot of times counselors or medical professionals are so quick to, let me write you a prescription for that. Here's a pill for that. And there are instances where you may really need that to chemically help yourself with something. But there are also a lot of instances where it's really just about how your day is set up. What are you doing throughout your day that could be helpful to make you feel better naturally? There are also a lot of natural hormone supplements, things like that you can take and inject in your day that will have a similar effect to really get you feeling better. Get those moods where you want them to be, where you're enjoying your day, enjoying your time just a little bit more than you are. And for some people, you don't need a major boost. You don't need, 30 milligrams of something. You just need a little bit of a boost And this is such an easy, free way. Like, you know what you think is funny. You know what does it for you. You know what makes you laugh. So being intentional is certainly something that we need to incorporate, not just with, being mindful of our emotions or exercise or our water intake, but also being intentional with smiling and laughing throughout the day, every single day, not just sometimes, but every day. We need to laugh. We need to be able to enjoy whatever circumstance there is. There's always some light at the end of the tunnel. It's always going to get a little bit better, but we can help it get better maybe a little more quickly if we will inject some laughter. Okay, well, that is all I have on laughter. So hopefully you've picked something up, or at least just given it a little thought. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all of that, because I do try to make some of the sciencey, more difficult things easier with some of the reading and psychology work. Some of that, I mean, it could be a whole book on just negative things and what medication they want you to take for that, when the answer might really be some jokes, some good comedy skits, some laughter instead of those medications. So incorporate that, use it to your advantage, help others around you as well.